Hello friends, my name is Humble the Mystery Box, front of house engineer for Harmonic Wave Powerhouse. So I'm here with my Berhinger Wing console, about to prep for a live gospel concert for Mama Cookie. She's a gospel minister who is hosting her maiden project, her maiden concert. Yeah, and so I just thought, why not take you guys on a journey on how I mostly prep for gigs like that. First of all, like I said, I have with me here my Behringer Wing console, and if you know the Behringer Wing console very well, you know it's a very powerful mixing console for any gig at all you want to play. I think I've seen people do stadiums, like big concerts with a Behringer Wing. The Berhinger wing is not a joke. Yeah, it's a very big deal. Yeah, and to have the privilege of using one, it's a blessing. So first of all, let's look at the console as a whole, and let's do an overview of the console. So the console has a rare XLR port. It has just 8. So if we head to routing, you can see here local. So local in, it has just 8 inputs, which means that to be able to use a console at large, you need to use a Stageworks, whether Berhinger S32 or Midas DL32 or any of the protocols that works with the wing. And as we all know, you have to use that on the AES50 network protocol. Yeah, so that's just it. The Behringer Wing, like every console, has the basic things that every you'd expect every console to have, which is like the EQ. It has 6 parameter EQs, 2 for the low cuts and then the high cuts, and then you use the extra 4 to do whatever you want to do with your mix. It has quite some interesting parts of it as well, like the tilt EQ. The tilt EQ, I think I've used it before on a gig, and it's quite impressive. It has a compression. So the EQs, you have varieties. So if you don't like the PEQ, you can switch to the analog. If you're a fan of analog, you can switch to any of these EQs and use them as well, which is very nice. For me, I think the one I happen to have used before is the Pulsar EQ. Yeah, which is very nice as well. But I mostly work with a PEQ, and that's normally what I use, unless I want to do something extreme or something different from the normal things I do. That is when I switch to some of these EQs. Apart from that, the PEQ is just okay for me. Then the compression session, it has quite some pretty number of compressors that you can use, which are very impressive to use. They are very nice to use. So for me, normally, if I'm not using the default compressor, I normally go with this. I normally use this on my microphones, and it's very nice. Yeah, and it also has gates. It has a normal default gate and other ones too in the setup that you can just switch to. Yeah, so that's it for Berhinger Wing. and yeah, that's just it. When we come to the outputs as well, it has four main outputs and I think 8 matrices. Yeah, it has 8 matrices, guys. 8 matrices that you can use for anything that you want, which is very, very interesting. For me, I like doing a lot of stuff on my matrix. I rarely do much stuff on the main the main outputs. Yeah, normally I either use one or just two faders for my mains, depending on the type of gig I'm playing and what the gig requires. I mostly do most of my stuff on the matrix. Yeah, I mostly do most of my stuff on the matrix and the buses as well. Normally what I do with my matrix is so my PAs, I set my PAs on my matrix, both my tops and my how do you call it, the subs. Yeah, so let's look at this gig for instance. Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can pull up some. Let me see if I can pull up some. Okay, so let's pull up this. Okay. Oh wow, I think I don't have much on this pen drive, but let me see. Okay, all right, so let's look at this. Oh, okay, this doesn't have what I'm looking for. Let's look at this as well. Oh shit. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so let's look at